Whenever I try to do something and I try to do it efficiently, there's always one or two options that end up happening. Either I tell myself I'm going to do it and then I get it done, or I tell myself I'm going to do it and then it doesn't get done. Either way, I start with just telling myself I'm going to do it. Let's use the gym for example. I'm going to sit and do 30 minutes on the Stairmaster, right? Now I've worked my way up. I've done 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15. I say these smaller amount of numbers because I have asthma. It's very hard for me to have the breath to do it. But my point is, I I tell myself I'm gonna hit a milestone. I'm gonna hit 30 minutes on the stairs. I'm gonna hit a certain amount of subscribers on my YouTube by the end of the year, whatever. And whenever these whenever I make a promise to myself, whenever I tell myself I'm gonna do something, get something done, there's always like a part of me that's like, is this real or not? Am I really gonna do it, or am I just telling myself that to give like my heart, my soul, like just ease my soul a bit? I'm most of the time I'm never actually real with myself. I just say things to make myself feel like I'm active or that I'm progressing. When in reality, I'm mostly not. I'm mostly just doing the same old things. I'm in my cycle, whatever it is. I never actually give myself the push or the initiative to actually like work upon myself or hit new goals. Recently I did hit 300 subscribers on my YouTube, and it is April 25th right now. I'm trying to hit 1,000 by the end of the year, so I'm about a third of the way there. I'm about a third of the way through the year, let's call it a little more than a little more than a third. But I'm I feel confident that I can accomplish this goal because I'm actively putting in the work for it. This type of goal isn't like hitting 30 minutes on the Stairmaster. This is a long term goal. I'm giving myself to the end of the year instead of just saying, I'm going to hit 30 minutes this time. Instead of an instantaneous kind of like momentary goal, this is year long, you know, and I think giving myself that longer amount of time to accomplish this goal, it really does. It kind of has that procrastination aspect to it. Like, I know in high school I would always wait till the last minute to get my things, all my assignments done, which I still passed my class with like A's, mostly A's. Let's just keep it real there. But I have the habit of procrastinating until the last second. But for something like this, you you can't really procrastinate it. You can't really just, I mean, it's not something you can just procrastinate. It's something you just have to keep chipping away at continuously until you find that success. And in that, since this is very new, like kind of a new kind of way to attain this goal, I've learned a lot about work ethic and really giving it your all, and consistency is the main point. What I'm trying to say is that when there's a goal in front of you, when you have the goalpost in front of you, there's always going to be two lines of thinking. Once you were like, I'm gonna get that goal. There's either I'm gonna get that goal and I'm going to take the steps necessary to attain that goal, or I'm gonna achieve that goal at some point. At some point, I will be where I need to be. Instead of going, I'm gonna be there and this is how I'm gonna get there. Especially, I'm gonna go back to the gym point. Whenever I was looking at the Stairmaster, I would look at it and I get very intimidated because of my asthma. It's very hard for me to sustain any sort of physical like activity, like cardio based activity for a long amount of time because I just don't have the breath to do it. And until I had gotten a new inhaler prescription, I never touched it. I never went near it. I was very intimidated by it. As soon as I get my inhaler, I do 5 minutes for the first time, and I'm fucking winded. I can't do it. I'm at like speed 7, let's call it. 6 or 7 is where I hover. For 5 minutes on 7, I was done. I couldn't do it anymore. Second time I go in, I puff my inhaler at 5 minutes and I keep pushing. As soon as I hit 10 minutes, I turn it off. I go, you know what? This is it. This is good progress. I've made it. I'm gonna stop here because the goal I want to attain, I'm gonna work towards it, and this is a progress point. This is a benchmark, right? First time ever doing, like, second time ever on the stairs, 10 minutes, good. Next time I go in, I shoot for 15. Next time, 20. Next time, I just jumped it to 30. I didn't even stop at 25. I just went to 30, and I hit 30 minutes, and I felt so fucking proud of myself because I had put in the work, I put in the fucking effort. I used my inhaler once on the 30 minute bench on the 30 minute like benchmark. I used it once at like 10 or 12 minutes, let's call it. And it was in that moment I realized like this I can achieve my goals if I have a clear and set path towards that goal instead of just saying, yeah, I can hit 30 minutes on the stairs. Like I can do it. I gotta do it at some point. Like it'll next time I do the stairs, I'll just do it. It'll just happen. That doesn't really work. If that's not realistic, you have to put in time and effort and repeated like like you gotta do it. You gotta do it multiple times. You gotta get familiar with it. You gotta learn it. You gotta learn the ins and outs. You gotta learn best techniques. Gotta learn like not to wear your cargo pants to the gym to make it a little easier when you're on the stairs. Stuff like that. The moral of this one really is that you can achieve your dreams. You can do what you set your mind to if you actually fucking do it instead of having such a passive mindset saying like, yeah, yeah, like at some point I'm going to become a great author, you know? That's what I'm really kind of just letting kind of happen at some point because I just don't have time to write. But when I get the time, when I get the ability to just sit down and do it, I'm going to just do it. I'm going to work my ass off and get it done. Thank you.